Hi, welcome to Future Technos, and today we are diving into the Helios Neo 16, a gaming laptop from Acer's Predator lineup. This series usually sits above the Nitro range, aiming for the upper mid-range segment. But with this model, it feels like the engineers took things up a notch. What we have here is not just another mid-range notebook, but something that blends fast performance with a premium build and a great display. It sounds like a winning formula, but as always, no laptop is perfect. The Helios Neo 16 has plenty to like, but it also comes with a few compromises. Let's break it all down step by step. The 2024 update of this machine looks solid on paper. The configuration we tested is one of the strongest available. It carries NVIDIA's RTX 4070 laptop GPU, paired with Intel's Core i7-C11700HX. On top of that, you get 32 gigabytes of RAM and a 1TB SSD for storage. These specs make it a powerhouse for gaming and everyday use. The display is equally impressive. A 16-inch QHD+ IPS panel with G-Sync and a 240Hz refresh rate. Altogether, it offers a smooth and sharp gaming experience. Considering the premium chassis and the internal components, the price is attractive for what you are getting. Now, let's talk about the design and build. The Helios Neo 16 uses plastic for the base, but it doesn't feel cheap. There's little flex, and the hinges are among the stiffest we've seen recently. The laptop looks clean and modern, with a dark blue finish that stands out without being flashy. Acer added some RGB lighting to the Predator logo on the back of the lid, which makes it recognizable as a gaming machine, but not too over the top. In a world where most gaming laptops stick to black or gray, this design feels refreshing. Connectivity is another strong point. On the right side, you get a 2.5G Ethernet port, a USB-A 3.2 Gen 1, a micro SD card reader, and an audio jack. On the left, there are two USB-A 3.2 Gen 2 ports. At the back, you'll find two USB-C ports, HDMI 2.1, and the power connector. This port selection is better than what many high-end competitors provide, so you won't be left wishing for more. Wireless performance is also very good, with fast transfer speeds. The only disappointment is the webcam. Like on many gaming laptops, it's just average, and we really wish manufacturers would start giving more attention to webcam quality. For maintenance and upgrades, Acer keeps things simple. Inside, you'll find two SO DIMM slots for memory, and two NVMe slots for storage. This makes upgrading RAM or storage easy in the future, which is always a plus for gamers who plan to keep their laptops for several years. The keyboard and trackpad are decent, though not outstanding. The keyboard has good travel and a clear pressure point, but the keys feel a bit too soft. This will depend on personal preference, and some people may like it more than others. The trackpad works well and feels smooth enough for everyday use. It didn't cause any problems during our testing, which is what you'd expect from a laptop. In this class, the display is one of the highlights of this laptop. While it doesn't use OLED or mini LED technology, the 16-inch 240Hz IPS panel is excellent. It reaches over 500 nits of brightness, has solid contrast, wide color coverage, and even comes with decent factory calibration. For gaming, the fast refresh rate and G-Sync support make everything feel smooth. The response times are quick enough that even fast-paced shooters run without noticeable blur. There's no PWM flicker, which means less eye strain during long gaming sessions. In short, this is one of the best IPS panels you'll find in a gaming notebook. Moving to performance, the Intel Core i7-14700HX is a high-powered chip from Intel's latest lineup. It features 8 performance cores with hyper-threading and 12 efficiency cores. Under heavy load, it can pull up to 160 watts, though in performance mode, it usually levels out closer to 95 watts. With this much power, you'd expect blazing fast results, but interestingly, the Helios Neo 16 doesn't pull far ahead of the competition. Its performance is strong, but not record-breaking. Still, for gaming and productivity, it has more than enough power for almost anything you throw at it. System performance feels quick thanks to the fast SSD, which keeps up its speed even under stress tests. There's no noticeable slowdown, even during long gaming or productivity sessions. The RTX 4070 runs at its maximum TGP of 140 watts, delivering exactly the kind of results you'd expect. In 1080p gaming benchmarks, it performs very close to the top of the charts, which is great for competitive gaming. In QHD, most modern games run smoothly, though in very demanding titles, you may dip below 60 frames per second. Fortunately, technologies like DLSS and frame generation can help push performance back up, giving you smoother gameplay even at higher resolutions. At this point, everything sounds great. But like every gaming laptop, the Helios Neo 16 has its weaknesses. Fan noise is one of them. No matter which performance mode you choose, you'll hear the fan spin up during gaming or even moderate workloads. The noise isn't unbearable, but it's noticeable. And in turbo mode, it gets quite loud without giving much extra performance. For most people, performance mode strikes the best balance between speed and noise. Battery life is another weak spot. With a powerful Intel HX chip and an RTX 4070, the Helios Neo 16 simply isn't built for long unplugged use. You won't get all-day battery life here. In fact, the results are quite poor compared to some competitors. While this is common for many gaming laptops, there are examples in the market that manage better efficiency. If you plan to use this laptop for gaming, it's best to stay plugged in most of the time. So, where does that leave us? The Helios Neo 16 is a strong gaming laptop with a few drawbacks. On the positive side, you get a clean design with solid build quality, an excellent display, fast performance, and one of the best port selections around. On the downside, you have to accept noticeable fan noise and short battery life. If you can live with those compromises, the Helios Neo 16 is a very good choice in its category. It delivers great gaming performance, a beautiful screen, and premium build features at a reasonable price. For gamers who want a reliable machine that won't break the bank but still feels high-end, this laptop deserves a serious look.